Pinto paced inside his small room, wearing a worried look. It's election time again. This is bad news, he muttered, running his fingers through his hair. Gigi, who always followed him like a shadow, stood against the wall. How bad it is, Gigi? Tell me honestly. Gigi exhaled. It's bad, but not too late. We can still do our damage control. But we have to act fast. Pinto glared at the ground, thinking hard. 18-year-old Deepak stood under the banyan tree, facing the villagers, his voice cracked with passion. It's election time. We need a leader who will actually work for us. Look around. No roads, no water supply. For years we trusted Pinto. What changed? Nothing. Some villagers nodded. Some rolled their eyes. Deepak continued. We need someone educated, someone who understands this village from the roots. Miss Meena can change our future. We must give her a chance. From the crowd, Gigi stood up with a scoff. Pinto has been a savior for years. He gives money to the poor, to widows, to old people. You want to replace him? That's a huge risk. Deepak shot back. You're saying that because you're his unofficial assistant. Everyone knows it. Gigi retorted sharply. And maybe you're getting money from the opposition. Why else are you so desperate? Before Deepak could reply, old Mr. Mota raised his hand. I agree with Deepak, the old man said calmly. We depend too much on Pinto. We should ask where the money is going. Maybe a new leader can change our fate. Deepak's eyes softened with hope as few villagers nodded. Later, near the tea stall, Deepak and his best friend Bablu stood with Mr. Mota. Thank you, uncle, Deepak said gently, his voice filled with hope. We really need people like you to speak up. Our village deserves better. Mr. Mota patted his back with a tired smile. Do what you can, Beta. Maybe this time something will change. Bablu nodded quickly, eyes bright. We'll go house to house. We'll explain everything. People will listen. The boys walked away, feeling a rare sense of victory, until they spotted Gigi, standing near a sugarcane cart, sipping juice and watching them. He gave a crooked smile. Try hard, boys, but remember, in the end, good always wins. His tone wasn't encouraging, more like a warning. Bablu stepped forward, unable to hold back. Yes, good wins. So let's see how Pinto Ji handles his karma. Gigi's smile disappeared. His jaw tightened. The sugarcane glass trembled slightly in his hand. The next afternoon, on his way out of school, Deepak heard shouting. He quickened his steps and found Gigi yelling at the village postman. You useless man! You brought this letter 5 days late. Do you know I lost my interview because of you? The postman stood there helplessly, eyes downcast. Deepak's heart tightened. Gigi looked genuinely hurt, even scared. But he was taking his pain out on the wrong person. Gigi, Deepak said softly at first. Calm down. Gigi ignored him and continued shouting. Deepak stepped between them. Enough. It's not his fault. There are no proper roads. There's no transport. How is he supposed to deliver on time? Gigi's eyes filled with a mix of anger and frustration. Don't lecture me, Deepak, he snapped, his voice cracking slightly. You don't understand what I lost. Deepak exhaled, not out of anger, but sadness. I know, Gigi, and it's painful. But this is exactly why things need to change. Pinto gives you little money here and there, but he never fixes the real problems. And in the end, people like you suffer. For a second, Gigi looked like he might break. His face softened, but only for a moment. Then anger washed over him again. Keep your lecture to yourself, he muttered, walking away quickly. Deepak stayed where he was, staring after him, feeling the weight of the village's ruins settle on his shoulders. Deepak and Bablu sat together that evening, making a long list of points for their door-to-door campaign. If there are hospitals, schools, and offices, villagers won't need free money. Roads bring jobs, tourist opportunities. Growth makes people independent. Everyone deserves dignity, not charity. Deepak went to sleep that night with a small smile. For the first time in days, he felt hope, like maybe the village will open its eyes. But the next morning shattered everything. He woke up to the sound of loud footsteps and angry voices inside his home. Before Deepak could understand what was happening, a group of villagers, some his own friends, boys he grew up with, were pushing past his mother and searching the house like he was a criminal. What are you all doing? Deepak asked, still half awake, fear rising in his throat. No one answered him. Cupboards opened, beds pushed aside, utensils clattered to the floor. Then came a voice from the kitchen rack. Here, I found something! Everyone froze. A man pulled out a heavy bag of money. Deepak, Deepak's stomach dropped. His heartbeat roared in his ears. What? What is that? He whispered, stepping forward. The villagers glared at him. Don't act innocent, one of the older boys said. This is bribe money. No wonder you're shouting against Pintu day and night. Deepak felt his chest tighten. This isn't mine. Why would I hide something like this? Somebody's planted it here. Someone is framing me. His voice broke, but the villagers didn't soften. One of them looked away, almost ashamed, but still said, Look, Deepak, we've always seen you as a brother. That's why we're letting you go once. But if you continue this nonsense, we'll have no choice but to throw you out of the village. The words hit him like a stone. Then, without another glance, they walked out one by one, leaving his house cold and quiet. Deepak stood frozen in the middle of the room, breathing hard, tears burning at the back of his eyes but refusing to fall. When he finally stepped out for air, he saw Gigi standing near the doorway. No smirk, no arguments, just a strange, heavy silence. Their eyes met. Gigi looked at him for a long second, something unreadable in his gaze, then slowly turned and walked away without a word. Deepak clenched his jaw, fist trembling. His voice came out barely above a whisper, filled with hurt and rage. It's Pintu. Bablu stepped beside him quietly, placed a hand on his shoulder. For once, even Bablu had no words. The next morning, Bablu went to Deepak's house worried. After everything that had happened, he expected to find his friend broken, silent, maybe even crying. But the moment he stepped inside, he stopped. Deepak was standing in the middle of the room with bright eyes and a fire in his voice, like someone had suddenly found new strength. You look happy, Bablu asked slowly, confused. Deepak turned to him with a smile that almost felt too big for the moment. Happy? Of course. Nobody can stop me, Bablu. Not after what they did. Bablu blinked. He noticed papers in Deepak's hand, the campaign plans they made together. You're still doing the campaign? He asked softly, almost afraid of the answer. Deepak's grip tightened on the list. Why should I stop? They tried to break me, but they only pushed me forward. He took a breath, eyes glowing with determination. Especially now that I have proof against Pintu. Bablu's mouth fell open. What proof? He stepped closer, excitement rising. Deepak, really, show me. Deepak looked around, checking the open door, the windows, even the shadows on the floor. His voice dropped to a whisper. I can't keep anything important here. Not anymore. My house isn't safe. Bablu leaned in, heart racing. Then where is it? Deepak's eyes softened, a mix of pride and pain. He moved closer and whispered near Bablu's ear. Mr. Mota's house. I hid the documents there. They're safe. For a second, Bablu just stared at him in shock. That's amazing, Deepak, but what's in the document? A wide grin spread across Deepak's face. The record of his corruption. Records of money he received for village development, roads and infrastructure. Everything's there. Bablu's eyes widened in disbelief. That's huge! Now nobody can stop us! Deepak laughed, a sound filled with relief and hope. The boys hugged tight, warm like two brothers who believed the world was finally on their side. The next morning, Deepak woke up to screams outside. Fire! Fire! He rushed out and saw flames rising from Mr. Mota's house. No! No! Deepak sprinted forward. Villagers rushed with buckets, forming a desperate chain. Bablu grabbed Deepak's arms, breathless. Come on! Side by side, they threw water, coughed, cried, and fought the flames like the house was their own. After what felt like hours, the fire finally died. Mr. Mota sat on the dirt, staring at the ashes. His hands trembled as he picked up a half-burnt photo frame. My memories! Everything is gone, he whispered, voice breaking. Deepak's throat tightened, guilt, fear, and helplessness twisted inside him. He wanted to speak, but no words came. Evening fell with strange heaviness. A loudspeaker crackled. Everyone gather! Pintu Babu is coming to visit! Excitement rippled through the village. When Pintu arrived, he walked straight to Mr. Mota and pulled him into a warm, dramatic hug. Then, loud enough for all to hear, he said, Uncle, I will build your house in just 2 months. I promise. Mr. Mota burst into tears and fell at Pintu's feet. Thank you. Thank you, son. You're the only one who cares. People murmured with admiration. A few clapped. Many nodded proudly. Bablu leaned close to Deepak and whispered, almost guiltily, Maybe he isn't that bad. Maybe we are wrong about him. Deepak didn't respond. His chest felt tight, as if someone was squeezing his heart. He turned and walked home without a word. The election ended peacefully. No shouting, no fights, just quiet waiting. But Deepak couldn't breathe properly. His chest felt tight for 2 days straight. On the morning of the results, he walked to the riverbank and sat alone, staring at the still water. The whole village felt silent until suddenly he heard music in the distance dole, crackers, loud cheering. Deepak looked up and saw a group of villagers dancing toward him. Right in front, Bablu. Bablu came grinning, holding Deepak's hand excitedly. Deepak! He laughed. Forget about making Miss Meena win. It's clearly Pintu's victory today. Come, join us. Think about it. If Pintu is happy with you, you'll get benefits too. Deepak stared at him, shocked and disgusted. He jerked his hand away. Go, he said quietly. Just go with them. Bablu turned around and walked away without looking back. That evening, Deepak stood with his arms crossed, waiting for the result. His heart was beating so loud he could hear it in his ears. Suddenly, crack, crack. More crackers burst. Deepak's stomach twisted. He ran, terrified it meant Pintu had won. When he reached the crowd, he found Miss Meena standing frozen. Her eyes were full of tears, but not sadness. The moment she saw Deepak, she pulled him into a tight hug. We did it, she whispered. We won. Deepak's eyes widened. Then he laughed, a shaky, emotional laugh as tears pricked his eyes. He lifted his hands in the air, shouting, celebrating. Later, Miss Meena gave her speech on stage. She thanked the villagers, thanked her team, and then said, And now, I want to call someone very special. Someone who worked day and night. She called Deepak. The crowd clapped as he walked up, smiling proudly. Deepak took the mic, looked at the people, and said, I want to thank someone who helped me more than anyone else. My very good friend. Everyone naturally looked at Bablu. Some villagers even pushed him gently, telling him to stand up. Bablu's chest puffed up a little, but Deepak continued. Please come on stage, Gigi. The entire crowd gasped. Gigi froze, then slowly stepped forward. Deepak hugged him as people murmured in shock. Bablu's smile died instantly. That night, Bablu cornered Deepak behind the stage. Are you out of your mind? He snapped. Gigi, you thanked him? After what he did? After he framed you? After he set fire to Mr. Mota's house? Deepak stared at him quietly, then asked, Weren't you the one supporting Pintu today? Then why are you even here? Don't you feel ashamed? But Bablu didn't stop. Oh, so you have a problem with me supporting Pintu, but you'll forgive Gigi for everything? Wow, Deepak, great logic. Deepak let out a disgusted smirk and leaned closer. Do you think I'm stupid, Bablu? Bablu blinked, confused. Deepak's voice dropped, calm, cool. I know everything. A chill ran up Bablu's spine. It wasn't Gigi who framed me, Deepak said. It wasn't Gigi who burned Mota uncle's house. Bablu's breath got stopped. Deepak continued. I doubted you the day they searched my house, because only you had visited me. So, I lied. I told you the evidence was at Mr. Mota's place. His eyes hardened. I didn't know you would stoop so low and actually burn his house. Bablu's lips trembled. Deepak added, The evidence was always with Gigi. I trusted him. Not you. Bablu stepped back, tears forming. And I know exactly why you did all that, Deepak said bitterly. You wanted permission for your medicine factory. You sold the whole village for your own gain. Deepak took a deep breath, held it, and then said, Now that I've told you everything, stay away from me. He paused, his voice breaking slightly. I want to end this friendship right now. Bablu stood frozen, unable to speak, as Deepak walked away into the night without once turning back.